Hey YouTube, RicoKnows here. Going to show you guys something, and this is why I am who I am. Right? There's people out there who think they know sports, think they know football, and they can talk it. And then there's people like me who actually predict the future, if you will. I want you guys to see this right here in the transfer portal. In the transfer portal, they say North Texas running back Tre Bradford has entered the transfer portal. It's announced 2 hours ago. A former top 150 recruit transferred in from LSU. He's leaving North Texas. And North Texas just lost both starting running backs. This is a man with immense talent, came in from LSU, went to North Texas, and everybody goes, man, he's going to dominate at North Texas. I want to show you guys my Twitter. Back on the 3rd of January, I made a top 10, bottom 10. Okay, I made a top 10 worst transfers for running backs only, specifically running backs. And in my top 10, my number 2 running back was Tre Bradford from LSU to North Texas. Number 2, I said this is the worst transfer. And he's right there. By the way, number 4, Trent Hallen, didn't end up going to Minnesota. Number 8, no, not even number 8. Number 9, Dominique Thomas, back in the portal again. So 3 out of the top 10 are gone from their schools within 3 or 4 months. That's a fact. And this was before all the other transfer portal moves. So I just looked at the winner, did my assessment, watched the film, and said, no way. This is a terrible transfer. But by the way, I didn't just make the list. If you watch the live streams, watch the podcast, you will see me talking about every single player in the transfer portal. Let me show you guys what I said about this man months ago. This is literally, if we're scrolling down here, 3 months ago, talking about Tre Bradford. Give it a listen. Let's go.
Now let's get to the problem. I kid you not, guys. Bradford here. Going from LSU to North Texas. Now, you already know, North Texas, 2-star running backs. They're starters in the portal. 2 of the best running backs in the portal. So, they got to find other running backs. And I already talked about it in episode 1. They got Zach Evans down here from Minnesota. But here's Tre Bradford. And my goodness, y'all. If you want to see, you know what? I'm going to show it to you guys. Screw that. I'm going to show it to you guys. Look at this kid's high school tape. Let's look at the highlights. Let me see all videos. Let's go find his highlights. Let's go find his junior season highlights. Tell me what you see when you see it on tape. Let me know if I'm exaggerating. Let me turn that down. I don't want any copyright violations. But let's watch this tape together. And you guys tell me what you see from this amazing running back right here. He's got a great combination of speed and size that can't be matched. But watch him. Just watch him. He points at that guy. That's why they threw a flag. He pointed at him. Let's watch him again. Showtime. He's running. He's looking back. He keeps looking back. He wants to showboat, guys. He's going to do his finish line. Bows. Talk shit. Watch this. Keep watching him. Oh, Rico, you're old. You don't know. Coaches don't care about this shit. Okay. Watch this kid. Go on. But just keep watching him. Looking around. Looking for somebody to showboat at. And then he just starts jogging. Oh, he didn't jog here. He finish lined it. Okay. The jog's coming up. I'm just watching the tape. I'm thoroughly impressed with his speed. I'm writing it down. You know, I'm doing all my notes. I'm doing everything I do. And I'm like, oh, great cut. He's a one-cut runner. But he keeps with this head thing on a swivel. Just keeps looking around. And here he goes. He's jogging, messing around. Okay. And I'm like, man, I really don't like the taste in my mouth. Like, I really don't like the way he looks. Just the way he runs. It's just this showboating, like he's never been there before type shit. It bugs me. And I wouldn't want this kid just off that alone, okay? Just always messing around, threw the ball at the ref. Just, I mean, he's just whatever, dude. Everything he does kind of bugs me. Tre Bradford. So why am I talking about this? So I'm like, all right, let me go look him up. I go look him up. Dude has left LSU 3 different times. So he left LSU in 2020, went to Oklahoma for a little bit, left Oklahoma before Lincoln Riley even knew what the hell happened. Every university is willing to take this kid because he's so fast, because he's supposed to be good. Dude got kicked out of the university twice. He is a problem. Listen, go back and watch LSU Florida State this year. Go watch the highlights. Go watch the highlights. LSU Florida State this year. Tre Bradford breaks for a 55-yard run. 55-yard reception touchdown for LSU. He scores. And you never hear from him again. For the whole season. You never hear from him again. Not, we didn't give him any more carries. No. He's not on the fucking team, guys. Kicked out of the university. Multiple times this has happened. He's got real problems. I think he's a character concern all the way around. I would never want this kid in my program. He's had this attitude on the field, and whatever he's doing off the field, all Brian Kelly would say in an interview was, we have to live up to our standards on and off the field, and I don't think Tre Bradford has done that, and that's all I'll say at this time. He's been removed from the university. So he's in the transfer portal. North Texas signs him. I'm sure they've never had a talent like him whatsoever. I do not like this move at all. I think he's terrible. Terrible. And I didn't drag him in a video. I didn't put it on TikTok because I didn't have time to. I should have, I would have, and I will. I don't like this move at all. Don't be giving scholarships to guys like this when there's other players in the portal you can give it to and they're not cancers to your team just because he runs a fast 40. It's bullshit. Shout out to my...
So, I showed you highlights of this man breaking for long touchdown runs, showboating on the field, disrespecting opponents. I just feel like he's very flashy. And then they tell me, Rico, he has academic issues, he has character issues, discipline issues, doesn't adhere to standards at universities. So you go to North Texas, a team that needs running backs. And they're trying, and they're probably willing to sacrifice their standards for talent. And now you're back in the transfer portal. I hope he goes to Baylor, bro. Baylor's dying for players. Baylor's signing every kid I wouldn't sign. And so is Texas State for that matter. But they don't need running backs right now. But this young man, I told you it was the worst transfer, and here it is. Comes to fruition. I was right again. Guys, I don't get excited about being right. I just wish you cared enough to understand that in my podcast, in my live stream, I talk for 2 hours on each position group about every single transfer. And I'm right a hell of a lot more than I'm wrong. And you would learn so much. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.